YouTube? I'm Tom Morrow, and this is my co-host, Al Dente, and we are
World of Pro Wrestling. We'll give our opinion on the current state of the wrestling industry today, and today our topic is Wrestling a Year in Review.
First off, we'd like to thank our viewers and channel subscribers, because as of today, we've been on YouTube for 1 full year.
And for the next coming year, we hope to continue to provide you with pulse-pounding, heart-stopping, electrifying wrestling news. It's been a crazy year in wrestling.
Especially in TNA. A lot has been done with TNA, with the move to Monday, and the big hype around Hulk Hogan.
And Ric Flair.
And Ric Flair. Well, it all started with Hogan, because they needed a name to support their Monday night show.
There's a whole big thing about Hogan, what is Spike TV?
Spike TV, Hulk Hogan's coming to Monday Night Live!
They even had a countdown for it on
the corner, whenever you watch Spike TV.
Countdown to Hulkamania.
Oh my God!
And he can't even say Hulkamania.
He didn't even wrestle.
Yeah, he didn't even wrestle.
He came down into the Hulk Hogan thing, and who did he bring with him?
He brought Bischoff back.
Bischoff back with him.
Not that Bischoff has done anything in the last year.
And so after all that media hype, and all that, was it original TNA talent that they wanted on that Monday live show?
No, it wasn't.
Who did they bring in that Monday?
They brought back old WWE retread again.
Yeah, they brought in Orlando Jordan. They had
RVD.
RVD, I think. I don't think it was that Monday, but I believe he came.
No, he came back later on. Yeah, Jeff Hardy that
Jeff
night.
Hardy.
But Jeff Hardy
did the weirdest thing. He came into that steel cage match with the red cage. I couldn't see anything what was going on.
The red plastic cage.
I couldn't see. The bars were too big. And he climbs on the cage and just sits there.
Yeah, because he just thought that sitting, perching himself on top of the cage was the cool thing to do.
Cool thing to do.
And it wasn't.
And what happened with RVD? Less than a month he was already champ? Hulk,
yeah.
Did Hulk win the champ?
But I don't think Hogan was the champ.
I don't know. And then Taz became commentator. Yeah,
Taz, well, that's good. Actually, that's one of the good things.
He's a good commentator, but
that's good because I didn't like.
It's just like. Oh, we don't want TNA. We want a WWE product, so let's just put in everybody in TNA. But they did create their own element with the X Division. They've been boosting that.
Yeah.
But
they had a little thing, I think, with Jay Lethal and I think Flair for some reason. I don't know why.
And they had this whole re-thing of the NWO, and Hulk Hogan was mad at Nash.
Yeah. They had a whole. But the problem,
it didn't work.
The problem with TNA doing something like that is because
it was too fast.
But TNA is also too small.
It's too small.
And they pack a lot of guys.
And they couldn't pay everybody, and then they kept losing to Monday Night Raw week after week after week. So what happened? They went back to Thursday nights.
It was such a.
And the ratings went up.
It was such a sign of weakness.
But
such a sign of failure.
They have to have more of their guys do their thing, not.
I don't even.
They can't have people from.
I don't even know if Samoa Joe.
They have to create self-exposure rather than gained exposure. But from where these guys come from, which leads us to a big year in the WWE.
Yeah, a big year in the WWE.
They changed a lot of their policies to go with the PG rating.
They got rid of ECW on Sci-Fi.
Because what was the point of ECW? ECW was all hardcore.
Yeah, well, not wrong.
And they couldn't do hardcore because
it's PG.
It's PG.
So they can't do that.
So it's just another show.
And speaking of the PG, before we go into the NXT, Linda McMahon, part of the reason why they went to PG was to bump up her qualifications.
I think they removed a lot of video of her from their website and their homepage.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get any footage of her.
I can only imagine what they would have shown on the campaign.
Yeah, with Vince and all the divas over the course of the year. I don't think that would have been.
But she lost. I mean, I feel bad, but she lost. This past Tuesday night.
But with the WWE, a lot has happened. ECW went NXT. NXT is like
Tough Enough.
Tough Enough. It's a
better Tough
Enough.
Tough Enough. A better Tough Enough.
Yeah, it was better. And which created the Nexus.
Yeah,
the first season of which I liked. The first whole group as a Nexus was awesome. That was going. When I saw that, I hope they kept doing that every week, and they did. But progressively got less. If you remember their first invasion, you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
They came in, ripped the rig up, destroyed the announcers.
Choked who? Who's the guy?
Daniel Bryan choked out the ring announcer with his tie.
With his tie, and
I believe either got suspended or like.
It was a very sadistic way he did it.
But really that was not PG, and they fined him. They didn't fine him, but they did something to him where he didn't appear the next week.
But a good thing.
But he's back.
The other good thing
people like him.
the other good thing about the invasion was Cena got beaten up bad.
That's another thing. Cena didn't turn heel this year.
Yeah,
We've been waiting for that for a long time.
They had an opportunity when he was like the water boy of Nexus over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I know, but he has to turn heel.
He's got to turn.
He has to turn heel.
I think they're going to make him turn heel, but in the way Hogan turned heel. They're going to have him come out. All of a sudden, appears he's going to save like the guys who are being beaten up, the baby faces, and then he's going to say he's going to give the FU or whatever. The attitude adjustment.
Yeah,
the
PG name for the FU.
Something about John Cena, though, I mean, something to reflect on. It's been a couple of years since I know this isn't just the past year, but it's been a couple of years since Cena's been in there, and
he's been in there a long time.
He's been in there for a long time, too long of a time.
Yeah, he needs to go back to when he first came in. It was rap and all that. Nobody liked it, but that was funny.
But the sad thing is,
that was good.
Yeah, it was. But the sad thing is that when Cena got that injury with, when he was supposed to fight Orton, when he was gone for that, couple months, and it felt pretty lonely. Felt sad that he wasn't there. And I'm saying, what happens when Cena's eventually gone? How are we?
Well, it's like The Rock.
Yeah, well.
The Rock is gone. They'll find somebody to fit the niche.
Yeah.
Cena fit the niche. Orton's the new Triple H, he's the new anti guy.
Yeah. Orton's really good.
Orton is a great heel.
Orton's a guy who doesn't care if he's being liked or not.
Yeah, which makes him awesome. Cena always has to be the face of the company, so he will be a positive role model.
Now, not everything this year was good. There were a couple of deaths this past year. Umaga
passed away.
Lance Cade.
Tez passed away.
And there was another guy. There was another guy in, what's the guy's name? He was from WCW. I forgot his name. But he died also. And
Lance Cade was a shocker for me.
Yeah, but two of them I think have, Umaga had 2 heart attacks.
He had 2 heart attacks.
And
Lance Cade died of heart failure.
And
Tess died of an overdose.
Yeah, and this really goes to the whole thing with that Bret Hart was talking about, which we'll get into next on the list, is that they got to do something about these guys taking drugs and doing these things to their bodies. They really work out. They perform almost like
they put a lot of strain on their heart.
Yeah,
especially Umaga. He had the weight and he's running around and he's lifting and he's doing a lot more than his body can handle.
I don't know how he was able to do it, but he wasn't as bad as Yokozuna. But I mean, Umaga was pretty. I mean, he was getting pretty bad with the weight. But
with
terrible.
Also with the WWE, SmackDown moved for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They moved to Sci-Fi, not for the fans, not for anything. They wanted the money, and they're doing okay in the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could do a little bit more on cable now.
Now they have a broader.
They could stretch.
Now they have
do.
Now they have a broader base. Now they could go on. They're on a cable
I think Vince wants to make SmackDown as good as Raw. In a way, from what I've heard.
Yeah. I don't know if you do that by putting it to Sci-Fi.
They'll get more people. They'll build up. I can see Evan Bourne doing a lot more. Evan Bourne becoming the new
heavyweight champ or something.
Not heavyweight champ, but he could become the new Mysterio.
Yeah,
in the same popularity.
I don't see it, but I mean, I think if you're going to do that, you would do it with a network that's actually good, a cable network that's good. See, I don't like Sci-Fi, to be honest with you. I used to, not
it's
anymore.
a channel that they got the most money from, that's the thing. But Evan Bourne, TNA, they have their superstars. This is what I mean, WWE has Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne is great. Yeah. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah, but you know who's even greater? Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah,
which
Bret
we
the
had
Hitman
the
Hart
honor of seeing
came
recently.
back, not on TV. He didn't wrestle on TV as much as he did. We went to a WWE house show, which was for SmackDown, and we saw Bret Hart actually wrestle like he did back in the day.
It had been the first time in 15 years that he had been back at the Garden, and he didn't lose it at all.
He did the sharpshooter. He did great things.
He did that elbow off the top rope. He did everything. It was amazing.
Awesome.
It was an honor to see him there in person.
He was as good as he was a couple years ago.
I don't know why
he hasn't lost it, and
at all.
And that is what we look forward to.
He made up for his WrestleMania match.
So the following year, we hope to provide you with great news on the wrestling industry. Alright, I think that's all the time we have for today. If you liked our video, we've got 2 words for you. Please
subscribe. And our question today is, what do you think was the most significant thing that happened in wrestling this year?
Please leave your answers and comments below. See ya!
Keep it in the ring, YouTube.